Why is used to ask for a reason or cause. Why are you late? To seek an explanation. Why do we need to sleep? To question purpose or intention. Why did you choose that option? Why are you late? Why is the sky blue? Why do you think that's true? Why are you so happy? Why is this happening? Why are you here? Why did you do that? Why are you upset? Why is this room so messy? Why are you sad? Why is this your favorite place? Why is the food so spicy? Why are you laughing? Why do you need help? Why is it raining so much? Why is your phone not working? Why are you ignoring me? Why is the train delayed? Why do you love this book? Why do you want to leave? Why are you so tired? Why is this so expensive? Why are you smiling? Why are you calling me now? Why do you enjoy this activity? Why do you believe that? Why are you so quiet? Why is the meeting delayed? Why do you like this movie? Why is this important to you? Why is it so cold today? Why are you leaving early? Why do we need this? Why did you cancel the meeting? Why are you so busy today? Why is this so confusing? Why is the internet slow? Why are you always late? Why is the car not starting? Why do you love this song? Why is this file missing? Why do you want to study abroad? Why are you so excited? Why is the coffee cold? Why do you want to learn English? Why is this rule necessary? Why is this app not opening? Why is this road under construction? Why is the restaurant full? Why is the light flickering? Why is this printer not working? Why is the sky cloudy today? Why is my alarm not working? Why is my email not sending? Why is the meeting rescheduled? Why is the road blocked? Why is my computer so slow? Why is the water not hot? Why do you want to study this subject? Why is education important? Why is reading so beneficial? Why do you find math challenging? Why did you choose this research topic? Why is homework necessary? Why do you prefer studying at night? Why are exams stressful? Why is discipline important for students? Why is time management crucial for students? Why do you enjoy learning new things? Why do you prefer practical learning? Why is memorization not always effective? Why do you enjoy taking challenges? Why are you so empathetic? Why do you laugh at stressful situations? Why do you enjoy working in a team? Why are you so optimistic? Why do you always take responsibility? Why are you so impatient? Why do you enjoy helping others? Why are you so determined to succeed? Why do you avoid taking risks? Why are you so nervous? Why do you enjoy watching documentaries? Why do you love stand-up comedy? Why is this actor so famous? Why do you prefer outdoor activities? Why do you enjoy painting? Why is this book so popular? Why do people love attending festivals? Why is music important in your life? Why do you enjoy playing video games? Why do you love this TV series? Why do people enjoy watching sports? Why is this your favorite band? Why do you want to avoid crowded places? Why do you prefer traveling with friends? Why is this place a famous tourist spot? Why do you want to learn a new language before traveling? Why do you always take photos when traveling? Why do you prefer staying in hostels? Why is traveling important for personal growth? Why do people enjoy exploring new cultures? Why do you enjoy hiking? Why do you want to visit historical sites? Why are you planning a solo trip? Why is this city so popular? Why do you prefer traveling by car? Why is this country famous? Why do you want to travel to this destination? Why did you decide to attend the meeting? Why do you want to learn new skills? Why do you want to start your own business? Why did you apply for this role? Why did you choose this university? Why is teamwork important? Why do you want to move to a new city? Why did you quit your last job? Why are you interested in this field? Why do you want this job? Why don't you call me anymore? Why did you change your mind? Why do you need me? Why are you avoiding me? Why don't you trust me? Why did you say that? Why is freedom essential? Why is laughter contagious? Why do we forget things? Why do people fear failure? Why is kindness important? Why do we dream? Why is it hard to forgive? Why do humans fear death? Why do people lie? Why are we here? Why do you enjoy working in this industry? Why is time management crucial in the workplace? Why do you find this project challenging? Why is feedback important in the workplace? Why do you want to leave your current job? Why is continuous learning important for professionals? Why do you think you are qualified for this job? Why is this company your first choice?